Welcome to a thoughts video on One Piece, third movie, Chopper's Kingdom on the Island of Misfit Toys. Island of Strange Animals. Different movie. So this is the third movie for One Piece. It's the first one to have Chopper in it. It takes place between episode 130 and 131. I could have had that pulled up. The reason it says it takes place between 130 and 131 is not is that it takes place after Alabasta, but because there's no Vivi and we have Chopper, but there's a big canon problem with there being no Nico Robin. Like I said, this is the first time we've seen Chopper 2020 Chopper in the movie or in a movie. But the problem with that is that his time is always overlapped fully with either Vivi or Robin. He's never just been there without another member of Straw Hats that is also new or hasn't fully become a Straw Hat yet. Like Vivi being a Straw Hat but not permanent, and Nico being there the whole time but not kind of forcing her way on there. This is the One Piece's the ship doctor, of course. So there's not really the canon of this movie goes directly against the canon of the show, because apparently Robin stayed in the cabin for after Alabasta for some unamount of time. She hid in the cabin, but they show in this movie the inside of the Going Merry, so we know she's not there. There's issues with this, so this is absolutely nowhere close to canon, but it's a good story. The crew comes up upon Crown Island where the animals can talk, and they make Chopper their new king. But there are human hunters that are also looking for the legendary horns that will give the person who consumes it immense power. Luffy and the friends must stop them from destroying the animal kingdom. So apparently there's a big treasure on the island. It turns out to be these magical horns that the horn hunters are looking for. And Chopper, they get separated because they get the underground volcanoes throw the ship and the crew up in the sky, and Chopper gets separated. He lands in the group of animals, and he becomes the new king because of some prophecy. Whatever. There's a lot of nitpicks for this movie. There's absolute spoilers to go, so if you really want to watch the movie, I'm gonna just say it is a 5 out of 10. That seems right. It's very enjoyable, but at the same time, it's actually it's still a 5 out of 10. It's very early One Piece, but if you're looking for a good story, this is not the place, because the treasure is the horns of the previous king, the golden horns. The way to get that power is to eat the horns of the previous person. The king should have known that and passed that knowledge on. So that's something they don't know because the king's dead, and plot reasons of why no one else knows, apparently. Not all the animals can talk anyway. Only Chopper can, and there's a one human that lives with animals, Mobambi, and a ball parrot. And there's one more that can talk, but he's just a sidekick to Mobambi. There's the ball parrot, who's like just the dude that tells the One Piece pirates, or the Straw Hat pirates, about the horn hunters, about the mystery on the island. But he's an elder, but he doesn't know the secret of the horns until later on, which is like apparently they say, well, only the elders got 8 knew about the secret. He's like, why don't you know about it? You're the oldest person now. And like, he's very much an old animal, old bird. It's whatever. He's not very important, to be honest. Mobambi is the main side character. You know how it goes. Luffy tries to get people to be courageous, stand up for friends, stuff like that. It's whatever. It's very much Chopper's movie, though. It is by far Chopper's movie. That being said, Chopper really doesn't do that much. It's always Luffy fights the main bad guy, then Zoro and Sanji fight the smaller ones, and that's about it. The bad guys this time aren't really that interesting. Battler, I watched the Manga Entertainment sub for this, so in that they called him Butler. That's Hot Dog. These are weird names for all these. Herbie. In the sub, it's actually like it's not President Herbie. It's most beautiful man Herbie, something like that. They changed information for some reason. All these enemies look terrible, to be honest. They're not very interesting either. The interesting part about these guys is that don't need the ball bird anymore. Is that this is the martial artist. He ends up fighting Zoro, which is usually the Zoro fights the swordsman, Sanji fights the martial artist. This one, it's the opposite. Zoro fights the martial artist. Of course they win. And then Sanji fights the swordsman. Interesting. The battles are not really climactic. It's not really something to show off. There's nothing cool moment in there like the previous 2 movies had. It ends up just being the best line is like complimenting Zoro compliments Sanji against this dude, and Sanji compliments Zoro against this dude. It's nothing really impressive about the fights here for the side characters, for Sanji and Zoro. It's just meh. Battler, so he finds out through Mobambi because his dad and him landed on the island. This dude ends up kills his dad. Mobambi finds out. Battler reads his book because Mobambi's dad found out the secret. It's to eat the golden horn. Mobambi gives him the horns so he doesn't kill Chopper and eat his horns. He does. He transforms into this like fantastical beast. It's a weird combination because he's. Let me see. Yeah, it's a weird look. Weird look. And what's bad is this isn't even a good picture because he has like golden horns on it. This is like at the moment of like I think his horns. This is when he's transforming, and then Luffy fights him. It's not really a big fight, really. He breaks the horns off, and Battler loses his strength because he doesn't have horns anymore, and Luffy hits him one good time, and he's gone. It's not really a big fight. It's very anticlimactic. They could have did better on that aspect. The story is cut and paste from others, like One Piece stories. Mobambi doesn't like pirates because pirates did this bad thing. He finds out pirates weren't so bad, and that this dude's not really a pirate. He's a botanist or something like that. You know, he's basically a pirate. And all together they get better at friendship and saving other whatever. I don't like how they portray Chopper as really very much a coward most of the time, and there's very few moments he's not. I get why, because it was how Chopper was, but I just don't like they push it to the extreme in this movie because you have a lot of screen time with Chopper without the other Straw Hats, and they only have like 2 character notes for Chopper at the moment. He's a really smart guy, or a really smart reindeer, while also being a talking animal and a coward. That's about all you can get from him. For right now, he gets characterized later on in One Piece, but right now it's 2-note character, 3-note character. Just like the first two movies. It only got an official English release when this 2014 manga entertainment box set came out. That's the one I watched. The sub for it. Of course, it's just standard. They go to Crown Island because of treasure. Things happen. There's no treasure. It looks like there's a lot of plot. There isn't. I promise. There is not. These are the voice act. Okay. These are the voice actors for all these. I'm not gonna read them all out, but you can see the names on the board. The names on the screen. It was a double feature for Digimon Tamers, Runaway Locomo, at Toys 2002 Spring Anime Fair. So this came out in 2002. March 2nd, 2002. It's not bad. It's not a terrible movie, don't get me wrong, but it's not anything to be. It's the worst movie so far for One Piece. Of the three that I've talked about, this is the worst one. And I suspect it to stay the worst one because it doesn't have any memorable characters. It's very goofy though. The whole time it's very goofy. It's very old original One Piece kind of vibe. Usopp makes animal costumes so the crew can be on the island and not get spotted immediately, even though they all know they're humans. So that's goofy. They run away from this big herd of animals. It's interesting. They get caught in the herd on top of these boxy rhinos. I like how they don't take a long time to get to Chopper because he's already been separated from the crew, and they don't take the whole movie to get to Chopper to save him. It's not instant resolved when they get to Chopper. It's very much still draws out the story. So it's not that they have to rely on Luffy and Zoro and Sanji, but it ends up being that way, but it doesn't feel that way into the very end. So that's good. You don't get the feeling of if only Luffy was there that he would handle it all. And no. Because Luffy and them even run into enemies way before Chopper does. It's very early One Piece. And if you want more of that, this is it. This is good. But if you don't, and you want something that's a really good story for One Piece, this is not it. This is the pure entertainment, big One Piece fan stuff to watch. And if that's what you like, that's what you like. But like I said, ranking it comes in last right now. That being said, I still give it a 5. It's average. There's nothing bad about it. It's of course a 2002 movie. The animation's aged a good bit, but watch it if you like it. Watch it if you like it. Is there anything else we want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about the information. 55 minutes. 2002. Toy animation, action, adventure, comedy, fantasy. You know how One Piece is. Staff: Oda's director, creator, director Junji Shimizu. You can't see it on the screen. I'll scroll through all these people slowly. Okay, at least on this website, that's all it has. I don't know where you could watch that. I end up just having it. I wouldn't go out your way to watch it though. So I think that's it. I think that's about it. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Thank you. Oh, if you like the channel, you like what I do, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. I do appreciate it. Like the video also, and check out the channel. I have a lot more videos and talking about One Piece and other stuff, especially new season coming up. Okay, appreciate it. Bye.